Welcome to yet another solution video for the first time after it has been written. This exam is paper 4 extended math Igcse paper 41, and I think I am the first person to solve this for you. If you like this effort, please like this video by clicking on thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Question number 1. Calculate the volume of a solid cylinder. So let me draw a cylinder here. Okay, with radius 6 centimeters and height 14 centimeters. Both are centimeters and answer has to be given into centimeters. That's good. So the volume of a cylinder is pi r square times h. So we can substitute the values here now. Pi is pi, r is 6 square, and h is 14. Just plug this in your calculator, you'll get your answer. So 36 times 14, 504 pi. That will be the exact answer, but since they have not asked us to give exact answer, we will convert this into decimals, which comes out to be 1583.36. But in exams we have to round it off to 3 significant figures, so it will be 158. These are significant figures, 158, and 3 will be converted to 0. This will be the answer. Part 2. A solid hemisphere. Hemisphere is something like this. Okay, with radius 6 centimeter, we have to find its volume. The volume of full sphere is this. That means the volume of hemisphere will be half of this. Half times 4 over 3 times pi times r cube. R is 6 centimeter again. This is it, and 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 will cancel with one of the 6's, so it will remain square now after cancelling with these. So it becomes how much? 36 times 4, 144 pi. So if you want to convert this into decimals again, we will get 452.38. So we'll just keep it 4.452, 3 significant figures. Okay, B part. The cylinder and hemisphere in part A are joined. Okay, this is the hemisphere they were talking about. This is the cylinder, and they form a solid like this. The solid is made of steel. 1 centimeter cube of steel has a mass of 0.785 grams. So show that 1 centimeter cube of steel has a mass of this kilograms. Basically they're asking us to convert 7.85 grams into kilograms. So to convert grams into kilogram, we divide by 1000, because 1000 grams make 1 kilogram, right? So if I say it is 1 kg, not 1 kg, sorry, 1000 grams is equal to 1 kg. So divide this by 1000, divide this by 1000. So 1 gram is equal to 1 over 1000 kg, and that's what I've done. 1 over 1000 I've multiplied 7.85 with, which will be 0.00785 grams, and that's what, kilograms they want to show. Okay, calculate the total mass of the solid. So we got the volume 144 pi and 504 pi. Let's use the exact value here. So volume, total volume, equal to 504 pi plus 144 pi. I'm not using these rounded off figures because they may not give me exact answer. We get 648 pi, and now we can convert 648 pi is this centimeter cube, right? So each one is weighing this much. So 648 pi will weigh, so the mass will be 648 pi. This is the volume, multiply it by what each centimeter cube weighs, which is 0.00785. and that will be how much? 115.98. Or if we want to convert it to 3 second figures, it will be 16.0 kilograms. That's the mass of this whole shape. Okay. Question number 2. 2000 centimeter cube of iron is melted. Okay, so that's the volume. 2000 centimeter cube original volume melted down, and some of it, not 100% of it, is used to make 50 spheres of the radius 2 centimeter, and they have again given the volume here. Calculate the percentage of iron that is left over. So first, this was the starting, in let's call it V1, starting volume. Now V2 is the volume of spheres, and how many of them? 50 of them. So volume of one sphere will be 4 over 3 pi times r cube. R is 2 centimeter cube, and this is for one sphere, but we want for 50, so we multiply by 50, and that's it. It will be how much? 8 times 50, 400, 1600. Okay, that is 1600 pi over 3. This will be the volume of 50 spheres. If I convert it to decimals, how much do I get? 1675.52. Okay, 1675.52 centimeter cube. This is the volume of 50 spheres. So they're saying calculate the percentage of iron left over. So left over will be how much? Left over will be total 2000 was initial, and this 1675.52 has been used. Just subtract, we get 324.48 centimeter cube. This is leftover volume. But they didn't ask the leftover volume. They asked percentage of the iron left. This is left out of 2000, and that's the percentage we'll find out. Percentage left will be 324.48 out of 2000, and just find the percentage. So it comes out to be 16.2% of the iron is left. So answer is 16.2. The iron left over is then made into a cube. So if I draw a cube like this, calculate the length of an edge of the cube. So if this is x, this edge will also be x, and this edge will also be x. Length, width, and height, all three are x. So that means x times x times x. X cube will be the volume of the cube, which is made out of the leftover, which is 324.48. So cube root both sides, so that we get value of x, one edge. And what I get here is 6.8716. So I will write 6.87 centimeters only. Okay, D part. A solid cone has a radius of 3r. This is 3r, okay? And slant height of 9r. So let me draw it here. This is the cone. So height is 9r and radius is 3r. Okay. A solid cylinder has a radius of x centimeter. So the radius is x centimeter and height is 7x centimeters. The total surface area of cone is equal to the total surface area of cylinder. Okay, so surface area of this cone is equal to surface area of this cylinder. Given that R is Kx, find the value of K. Alright, so surface area, let's write S only, okay. Cone is equal to surface area of cylinder. Surface area of cone is, the formula for that is pi radius plus L. L is the slant height, this height. And what is n? Okay, slant height is 9, so we don't have to do anything. This is 9r, not the actual height. Slant height is 9r, so that makes our job easy. The surface area of cylinder is 2 pi r, so 2 pi r is outside, r plus h. Right? Now let's substitute the values of each one. So pi is pi. R, radius of this cone is 3r, so we'll write 3r here. So let me write 3 in front and r here. Then we have r is 3r again. Slant length is 9r is equal to 2 pi r. R is x. And r is x again, and height is 7x. So let's write it here. First of all, let's divide both sides by pi, so that this pi is gone from both sides. 3r times 12r equal to 2 and 7x, right? 2x times 7x. Not 7. 1 plus 7 plus 1, 8. 8x. Okay. So 12 times 3, 36. R square equal to 16 x square. Square root both sides so that we get just r and x, because they want r equal to kx. So 6r equal to 4x, and negative we are ignoring because square root of any number is positive and negative, but because lengths can be positive only, so we'll be dealing with positive. We don't want anything in front of r, so we'll divide it by 6. So r is 4 over 6x, that's what it is. Find the value of k. So k is 4 over 6, which can be reduced to 2 over 3. That's the relationship. So let's move on to question number 2, part A. What they say here: write this to the nearest tens. Nearest 10 will be decided by this 9, this one. Okay. So if I want to round this off, I will look at the next one, 4. Yeah? 4 is lower than 5, so we will write 2, 9, 9, and it will become 0. This becomes nearest 10. Okay, because of this 4, we come down. This to correct to one decimal place. So this is one decimal place, this one. So I'll look at the next one, which is 8, which will make it this 9 as 10. So it will become 1.0. Yeah. 2090 correct to two significant figures, 2. That means only these two. I will look at this 0, but to round off 0, I will look at 9. Now we will make this 0, 1. So the answer is 2100. Two significant figures. Write down a prime number, a prime number between 90 and 100. We know that except for 2, every prime number is odd number. So let's write all odd numbers between 90 and 100. These are the ones. Let's test them one by one. 91 is a multiple of 7. So this is not prime number. 93 can be divided by 3, not a prime number. 95 can be divided by 5, not a prime number. And 99 is obviously divisible by 9, 11 and 3. So no, that means we have 97 as prime number. Write down 2 to the power minus 6 as fraction. Whenever you want to make the exponent positive, make it a reciprocal like this. It will become, exponent becomes positive. 1 over 2 over 6 is the fraction, and if I expand this, 2 to the power 6 is 64. Write down this as standard form. In standard form, whatever is the known digit other than 0 and the starting 7 is the one, we write decimal after it, 7.0. 0, 1, then multiplied by how many places did decimal travel? 1, 2, 3. So 10 to the power minus 3 because it traveled to the right and a small number was made a big number. 0.00701 is very small, but 7.01 is very big. That means the other part should become small and 10 to the power minus 3 is the smaller part. Simplify this. I can see there's a plus here, so we should take 1.5 common and we can take 10 to the power x also common. So from the first term, this one, whole of it is out, so nothing is left, we'll write just 1. Plus, in this, 1.5 is out, 10 to the power x is out. What about this minus 1? Let me show you here. 10 to the power x minus 1. Can I write this as 10 to the power x multiplied by 10 to the power minus 1, which is 10 to the power x multiplied by 1 over 10. Just like in the previous, this question, we made it 1 over 2 power 6 to make it positive. To make this negative 1 positive, I did this. So, in the second term, if 10 to the power x is taken common outside here, what should be written inside? We should rewrite 1 over 10. 1 over 10 is 0.1. So it becomes 1.5 10 to the power x times 1 plus 0.1 will be 1.1. And let's mix these two numbers. 1.5 times 1.1 is 1.65 and times 10 to the power x. This is the simpler form. Okay, question number. Okay, we have one more F part. Write 0.37, 0.37, and please look, there is a dot on top. What does that mean? It means, this is the F part I'm doing here. It means it is 0.37777 and this 7 continues. Let's assume that this particular question is equal to x. To convert it to fraction, we always consider whatever is given equal to x. Next, look at the number that is repeating. Try to reach that repeating part is after decimal. So if I want to put this decimal here, I'll have to multiply this by 10. So I'll multiply the equation by 10. It becomes 3.7777. Next stage should be that the number of digits which are repeating, multiply by that many zeros here also. So it's 7, only one digit is repeating. So that means we'll multiply it by one more 10, which is 100x. It becomes 37.7777. Right? This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2. So 100 minus 10 is 90x. So left hand side subtracted by left hand side, and right hand side 37 minus 3 equal to 34, and point 7777 here, 777 here, they will cancel out with nothing which is left after decimal. That was the purpose of multiplying by 10 and 100. So divide both sides by 90. Finally, we got x is equal to 34 over 90 because this cancel, and that's what we are going to write here, 34 over 90. Question number 3. Write down the inequality shown by the number line. So whenever you have such thing, this is white, this is dark, that means the smaller number is not equal to x, but the upper number is equal to 4, and there will be an equal sign here but not there, and the number lies between -2 and 4, only 4 included. That's what it means. Solve the inequality. Let's rewrite the inequality. -3 less than equal to 2x plus 3 less than 9. Whenever we have such a situation and just an alphabet x, we should just treat it like an equation and get rid of these numbers around x. So let's get rid of this +3 first by subtracting 3 from all three parts. So minus 3 is minus 6, less than equal to 3 minus 3 cancel out, so just 2x, no equal sign here, and 9 minus 3 is 6. Next stage, this 2 should go, so divide this by 2, divide this by 2, and divide this by 2, 2 and 2 cancel. Minus 6 divided by 2 is 3, negative 3, that is equal to x less than 3. That's the answer. Write down all integer values of x that satisfy the inequality, this one. So integer values, minus 3 is included because of this equal sign, so minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2, no 3, there is no equal sign here. Alright, finally solve the equation. Let me write that equation here. 3 minus x minus 2x plus 2 over 5 equal to 1. Whenever you have only one part with the denominator, rest of them don't have in an equation only, okay? Equation. Multiply the whole equation by that denominator. It will make your job easy. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 minus x minus, when I multiply this whole thing with 5, this 5 and this 5 will get cancelled out, and that is the purpose. That means we are left with only numerator equal to 1 times 5 is 5, and now it becomes a simple equation. We'll just open up the brackets first. 15 times 3 45 minus 15x minus 2x minus 4 equal to 5. Keep the x's here, minus 17x. 45 minus 4 is 41. Yeah, so equal to 5 minus 41. Negative 17x equal to negative 36. So x is negative 36 over negative 17. Looks very odd, but yeah, that is the answer. What about number 2? Okay, we have one more here. 5 over x plus 3, let me do it here. 5 over x plus 3 equal to 3 over x plus 5. In such case, we should cross multiply because there is no other term, so we can just cross multiply. If there was plus something, then we would take the approach we did here. But here we will do cross multiplication. 5 times x, 5x plus 25. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 3 is 9. 3x, let's go to left side. 5x minus 3x equal to 9 minus 25. 2x equal to negative 16. Divide both sides by 2. X is equal to negative 8. That's the solution of this part. Question 4. Zach invests $500 at a rate of 2% per year simple interest. Calculate the value of Zach's investment at the end of 5 years. So first we will calculate the simple interest, which is principal times rate times time divided by 100. So principal he invested was 500. Rate is 2%, time is 5 years, divided by 100, which is, cancel here, 5 times 5, 25 times 2, 50. He will get an interest of 50 on 500, so the end of 5 years, his amount will be 550. Yasmin invest 500 at a rate of 1.8% per year compound interest. Calculate the value of Yasmin's investment at the end of 5 years. So the amount in compound interest case is principal multiplied by 1 plus rate over 100, and the exponent is the time, how many years. Okay, and we will substitute now. P is 500, 1 plus 1.8 over 100 to the power 5. So we will just use our calculator here. 500 times 1.018 to the power 5. It is 546.649, but they want us to give in 3 significant figures, so it will be 547. That's what we can write. Okay, Zak and Yasmin, continue with these investments. How many more complete years is it before value of Yasmin? Yasmin's investment is greater than that of Zak's investment. So let's make an equation out of this, that 500 plus interest, I'm talking about Zak's, okay? This is Zak's. 500 times rate is fixed to, but time is t, divided by 100. It has to be less than, that means Yasmin's investment is greater, so that's why Yasmin's will come here. Investment P is 500. 1 plus 1.8 divided by 100 is 1.018 to the power t, right? So they're saying how many more complete years. Okay, so we would need to do something advanced in this case, but since they're saying complete years, we'll just do hit and trial. So let's put 6 years. After 6 years, what will be the value of Yasmin? So .41, and in 15 it will be 150 plus 500. Okay, 650. All right, this has crossed. Let's say something happens in 13 years, because we are coming closer now. So in 13 years, what is the one? 630.5, 630.50, and I'm sure it will be 130, right? Because every year it is increasing by 10. So 500 plus 13 years is 130, 630. So yes, it's 13 complete years. It's greater than 630. So after 13 years, it will become, the Yasmin's investment will become more than Zak's. Xavier buys a car for $2,500. The value of the car decreases exponentially. Whenever something decreases exponentially, it decreases like this. Okay? In place of this plus, it will be minus, because compound interest is just like decreasing exponentially, right? Sorry, compound interest is increasing exponentially, and we have to make it decreasing exponentially. That means in place of this plus, we'll write minus. That's the only thing. Car's value decreases exponentially 10% a year. Calculate the value of Xavier's car at the end of 5 years. We'll use the same formula but with a minus here. The original value is 2,500. 1 minus rate of depreciation or decreasing is 10. And number of years they're saying 5. So it will be 2,500 times 1 minus 0.1, which is 0.9 to power 5. 2,500 times 0.9 to the power 5 is 1476.225. So we can write here 1480. 3 significant figures. This will be the value of his car after 5 years. Okay, what is next? The number of certain type of bacteria increases exponentially, exactly same, just like compound interest. Exponentially R% each day. After 22 days, the number of bacteria has doubled. Find the value of R. Whenever they say doubled, but they did not give us what was the initial value, we can assume it, or we can just say it's x, some unknown number. So our formula, if you remember, for compound interest was this. Same we will use for increasing exponentially, r over 100 to the power time, right? But in case of years, it is days now. So 22 days they are saying. So let's say that its initial, the initial amount p is x, but they say it has doubled. That means a will be double of x, which is 2x. Final amount is 2x, initial amount is x. Okay, 1 plus and r, we don't know, r over 100, but we know here that the days are 22. Every day it is rate of each day. It is increasing r percentage. Okay, so first of all, let's get rid of x. I told you x is not important, so that's why gone. Right now, our purpose is to find this r. That means this 22 should go first. Bed mass, right? In exponent should go before anything else. So to do that, what do? We give this side. It is a little unclear. Let me write it this color only. An exponent 1 over 22. So that this 22 and 122, when they multiply, we get 1. Similarly, we will give same to this 2 remaining 2 here. 1 over 22. So let's find what is 2 to the power 1 over 22. 1.0320. Let me have the whole of it. 1.0320082. I don't think it will make any difference, but equal to 1 over r over 100, right? Now we'll take this one to the left side by subtracting -1 here and -1 here. This one and this -1 cancel out, but this -1 will give us 0.032000828 equal to r over 100, right? That is the only one left here. And now cross multiply. This 100 will multiply here. Because of 100, the decimal place will go 2 places to the right. So it will become 3.200. Okay, there is nothing, no need to write rest of them, equal to r. So r is 3.2%. That's it. Question number 5. 100 students. Each record the time t minutes taken to eat pizza. Okay, the cumulative frequency diagram shows this one. All right, find the estimate of median. So median will be the number which is in middle of 100. In middle of 100 we have 50, which is here. 50 is reaching at this point. If you follow this line, and if I go vertically down, this is the median. And let's try to read it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will be 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8, 10. So 9.4 is the answer. The median is 9.4 minutes. Interquartile range. For interquartile range, we need to find Q1 and Q3. Lower quartile will be 1/4 of 100, and similar way, right? 1/4 of 100 is 25. So this is 30, this is 20. So 25 will be here. It reaches to this line and down this line, which is 6, 7, 8. So lower quartile is 8. Upper quartile, Q3. Upper quartile, 3/4 of 100, which is 75. So we'll go to 75 now. This is 70, this is 80, so 75 will be in between. If we go down here and reach here, it is 10.4. 10.4. So interquartile range is 10.4 minus 8, which is 2.4. Okay, The number of students taking more than 11 minutes to eat pizza. 11 minutes. Let's go back to our graph. 11 minutes is here, right? So let's see how many students are taking 11 minutes. This is here, and this is one section. This is 90, and they have 5 sections in between. That means this line where I've drawn is 82. 82 out of 100 are taking less than 11 minutes, but the question is how many of them are taking more than 11 minutes? Yeah, more than 11 minutes. So these people are taking more than 11 minutes because this area 11 to 15 here, this is the one which is more than 11, right? And it belongs to these many people which are just 18. Yes, 100 minus 82 is 18. Question is how many? Answer is 18. It's more than, not equal to. That means we have to write more than 82, which is 18. Okay. B. 150 students each record how far they can throw a tennis ball. So 4 can throw between 0 and 20 meters, and 53 throw between 35 and 45 meters, and so on. Calculate the estimate of the mean. Okay. For finding mean, I need to convert this to a table. I will complete the table and then I will restart this video. Here it is done. So let me explain what I did. 0 to 20, I wrote it like this. 20 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 45, and 45 to 60. Then I found x, which is the mid value of these two. I added this number plus this number and divided by 2, which gives us the mid value of the two, the number which is in middle of the two. So 0 plus 20 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. Similarly, others, like say 30 plus 35 is 65. And if I divide 65 by 2, I got 32.5, and this is how I got mid values. These mid values represent the whole group. We can't take all of them numbers together, so we took one number as a representative of the whole class. Okay. Next thing we did, we multiplied the mid value with the frequency. We had 4 in this case. 4 times 10 is 40. Similarly, 25 was the mid value, so 25 times 38 is 950, and I wrote all of them and added this. Our mean, estimated mean, that is sigma x f over sigma f. Sigma means sum of whatever is the multiplication of each x with its frequency, their sum, which is 5197.5, divided by sigma f, the sigma of the frequencies, which is 150 total. And when we carried out division, it was 34.65 meters, which makes perfect sense. Somewhere here is the mean. Okay. What next? A histogram is drawn to show this information. Okay. And this is the table for that histogram. Okay. The height of the bar 30 to 35 is written as 12 centimeters. Okay. Calculate the height of each of other bars. First, let's see how this height was achieved. Okay. The height of bar in a histogram when the classes are not of same width. See, the width here is 20, width here is just 10, width here is 5. When the widths of the classes are different, in that case, what do? We add a new column called frequency density. Okay, and frequency density is compared. How is frequency density found? Let me do for the one they have given here. It is the frequency divided by the class width. How much is the difference between the upper and lower limit? 35 minus 30 is 5. So 40 divided by 5 is 8. 8 should have been the length of or height of the histogram's bar, but it is 12 centimeter. 8 has been converted to 12 centimeter. Let's find the ratio. 12 divided by 8, which is 1.5. That means whatever frequency density we get, Just multiply it by 1.5 and you'll get the height of each one, right? So let's find the frequency density of the first one, which is frequency divided by width. Width is 20. From 0 to 20, 20. 4 over 20 will be 0.2. Yeah, 0.2. And now multiply this 0.2 by 1.5 and you will get the height they need. And answer of this will be 0.3. Okay. Similarly here 38, let me do it clearly here. 38 divided by 30 minus 20, which is 10. 38 divided by 10 will be 3.8. Multiply this 3.8 by 1.5 and you will get 5.7. This will be the height of this bar. Similarly, let's do this for the next one. 53 divided by 45 minus 35. 45 minus 35 is 10. So 5.3. And now 5.3 multiplied by 1.5. So it will be 7.95. I'm doing it mentally. Please, if there is one digit here or there, don't complain. I'm telling you the process. You just follow the process. The last one, 15 divided by 60 minus 45, which is 15 again. So 15 divided by 15 is 1. 1 multiplied by 1.5, 1.5. These will be the heights of the bars. Next, two students are chosen at random. What is the probability that they both threw the ball more than 45 meters? So let's talk about the first boy first. Two boys are chosen at random. Okay, so first, there are total 150 of them, right? So out of 150, how many of them are throwing ball more than 45 meters? More than 45 meters means that person is among these 15. 45 to 60 meters. So 15 out of 150. Multiply by second boy now. Since one boy has gone out of the counting, we are left with 149. And that out of 15 also, one boy is already chosen in the first attempt. Then we've got the probability of that one. This will be the total probability of two boys both threw the ball more than 45 meters. So let me use my calculator. By the time I'm doing this, I would request you to hit that thumbs up icon so that you show that you like the video. Share this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. I'm probably the first person to do this in the whole world. So the answer here I got is 0. Very few chances. 0.0093. Three significant figures we need, right? 940. This we can write, or as a fraction it will be 7 out of 745. Question number 6. Vector P is 2, 3, Q is minus 1, 1. Find 3Q. That means multiply the vector Q by 3. That's it. So it will be 3 times minus 1, minus 3, and 3 times 1, 3. P minus Q. So P is 2, 3 minus 1, 1. 2 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Magnitude of P is found by square root the x component square, which is 2 square, and then 3 square, which is 4 plus 9 square root 13. That is the magnitude of P. B is the point 27, okay, somewhere. AB is this. Find the coordinate. So if this is the point, coordinates of point B, the position vector OB will be 2, 7. This is how coordinates are converted to vectors by OB. And AB vector will be OB the head minus OA the tail. And that's what we're going to use now. OAB is given as minus 4, 6 equal to OB 2, 7 minus OA, we don't know. Let's call them X and Y. So we can easily find X and Y now. Minus 4 is equal to 2 minus X. Let's bring X here, so it becomes positive X. Bring that minus 4 there, so 2 plus 4, which is 6. So this X is 6. Similarly, 6 here equal to 7 minus Y. And by same process, Y equal to 7 minus 6, which is 1. So X is 6, Y is 1. So 6, 1. But this is coordinates, right? So convert this to coordinates. Just like we converted coordinates into a vector, position vector, we'll convert this position vector into coordinates. So coordinates of A are 6, 1, and that's it. Part C. A triangle is given, and triangle OGH, M is the midpoint of OH, okay. K divides GH into 5:2. 5:2. GH into 5:2. That means this is 5 and this is 2. That means total there are 7 parts, so this is 5/7. This is 2/7. Okay. OG is G. Vector OG is named as G. OH is named as H. Okay. Basically this OM will be H over 2, half of this, and this will be H over 2 because M is the midpoint. Yeah. But the direction is this. They said OH, this direction, and this is OG, this direction. Okay, keep in mind. Give your answer in its simplest form. Find MK in terms of G and H. MK. Where is M? Okay, M is here, K is there. Whenever we need to find a vector, in this case MK, start from M and reach to the K through the known sides. Okay, so I'm starting from here. So let me go. Okay, why don't I go this way? This, so it will be MH plus HK, right? I go to M to H and H to K, and that will be MK. This is what vectors are all about. So what I'm going to do, let me write this, clean this, okay, so that it remains clean enough. MH plus HK. All right. Now MH is H over 2. We have already written that. So H over 2, no doubt about this. HK is the problem. HK is the problem. But can't I say, let me write here, HK is nothing but 2/7 of HG. Yes? HG vector, full vector, this HK is 2/7 of that. That's what we said here. Because their ratio of 5 to 2, total 7 parts, so 5/7 here, 2/7 here. That's why I wrote 2/7 of HG. Now, HG itself is unknown to us. It is not in terms of H and G, but I can find it. From H, I can go to O. So I can write 2/7 as 2/7, but HG can be written as HO first, and to reach G, OG. I hope you understand. Just like I did MH plus HK, same I did for HG, HO, and OG, because I know HO, I know OG. HO is negative H, because H in this direction is positive H, in this direction it will be negative H. So 2/7 of negative H, but this is in right direction, G plus G. Put this here. 2/7, let's change this places, G minus H is better to see. All right, and now let's open the brackets. 2/7 of G and plus h over 2 minus 2/7 of h. H over 2 minus 2/7 of h. And 2/7 of g remains 2/7 of g. Here it will be there LCM only 14, so 7 minus 4, yes, 7, right? 7 minus 4, 3. 3 over 14 h. This is mk in terms of g and h. Done. Question number 7. Question number 7 says fx is this, gx, hx and jx. Find gx when x is half. That's what it means. Gx is here. So let me straight away do it here. 2 divided by x, right? And x is half. Put this in a calculator. You will find that 2 divided by half is 4. hg half. hg half can all be written as h inside g half. G half we just got 4. That means they are asking us h4. In place of x, put 4 in, sorry, h is here. 2 to the power 4. Yeah, which is 16. Okay. Find x when fx is 7. 10 minus x is 7. So minus x equal to 7 minus 10 when 10 goes to the right side. So minus x equal to minus 3. Negatives cancel, x is equal to 3. Find x when gx and h3 are equal. Gx is 2 over x. h3 we got it earlier. Nope. So 2 to the power 3 is h3. From here 8. So let's interchange their places. X goes here, but 2 cube comes here. So what does it become? 2 over 2 cube, which is 8, equal to x. This is called cross multiplication. In cross multiplication, we don't actually multiply. We exchange the places. And the given restriction is that both of them must be in fraction or complete numbers. Then only we can do this. So if I cancel, it is 1 over 4. Find inverse of jx. To find inverse of jx, first we write jx as y and equal to 5 minus 2x. And then for inverse, we change the position of y and x. It becomes x equal to 5 minus 2y. And third stage, isolate this y. For isolating, we'll bring this to left side first and we'll bring x to the right side. So what do we get here? 2y equal to 5 minus x, and then get rid of this 2. Divide both sides by 2, both of them, right? Whole of it divided by 2. And this new y is j inverse. So we will write 5 minus x over 2 because this y is j inverse x. Write down fx plus gx plus one single fraction in its simplest form. Fx 10 minus x. This is e part. 10 minus x plus gx 2 over x and then plus 1. We have to write this as simplest form of single fraction. Okay. So we cannot make them, first of all, 10 plus 1, 11. We can do this one. 11 minus x plus 2 over x, right? Now we have to make them one fraction, and that fraction is possible only if I give them also a denominator of x, but I can't do it just anyhow. I have to compensate it by giving same, multiply same at the numerator also. So it becomes 11x divided by x minus x square over x and 2x. Now we can write this one. So 11x minus x square plus 2 over x. This is quadratic and we cannot factor it easily, so let's leave it like this. Okay. What about next? Fx whole square. Keep in mind, look at the position of a square. It is around whole of fx. So never I think that it is x square inside. Fx, first of all, we will write fx. So what is fx? Let's go back to our question. Fx was 10 minus x. So it means 10 minus x square minus f of ffx minus f of fx. This is what it means. Equal to ax square plus bx. Find the value of ab. Okay. So we have to simplify this also. First, open this bracket, which is 10 minus x minus f of x. So it was 10 minus x, right? So 10 minus, in place of x, we will write fx. And fx is again 10 minus x. I hope you understand. In place of x, I wrote fx again. That's what f of ffx means. So 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times minus x times 10 minus x times minus x minus 10 plus x plus y plus, let me change the color, it is not visible that well, plus x, because this is negative, it will become plus x. All right, so x square is alone, so x is square, then 10x and 10x 20x, but there is positive x, there minus 20x plus x will be minus 19x, and 100 minus 20 is 80. So if I compare with this, it becomes a equal to 1, b equal to minus 19, and c is equal to 80. G, find x when h inverse x is 10. So we have to find the inverse of h as well, and which was 2 to the power x. Okay, that means hx equal to 2 to the power x. To find inverse, just like we did here in this part, write this as y equal to 2 to the power x, and then change the places, y equal to 2 to the power y, and now I have to make this y as subject. That becomes inverse. And why should I bother? Let's put it like this. H inverse x is 10. Can I in place of this, because this is inverse, let's write x equal to 2 to the power 10. So x is 2 to the power 10, which is 1024. There is no need to use anything like logs or something which are not part of extended math. So 1024. Question number 8. The diagram shows a triangle ABC, A, B, and C, this one, on horizontal ground. Okay. AC is 15, they have given 8 and 20. BP and CQ are vertical poles. BP and CQ are vertical poles. Different heights, they're not same, okay. BP is 3 and CQ is 4. AQ and PQ are straight wires, okay, wires. Show that the angle ACB is 117.5, correct one decimal place, ACB. ACB, this one. So let me redraw this triangle. This is 15, this is A, and this is C, and this is 15. This is 8 here, this is B, and 20. So I have drawn it separately, and we have to find ACB, this angle, right? Whenever we have three known sides of a triangle and we have to find one of the angles, use cosine rule. And what is cosine rule? Cosine rule is this. If I apply that cosine rule here, it will be c square equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos c. This is called cosine rule. This alphabet, small alphabet, must match with this angle. So this c is this c, and this small c is the side opposite to c, which is 20. Similarly, the side is B and opposite to it is 15. So small b is 15 and a is 8. And we'll just substitute and we'll get c. C square, 20 square equal to 8 square plus 15 square minus 2 times 8 times 15 cos c. So 64 and 225. So 400 is here. This 64 comes to the left side, becomes negative. This 225 also comes to the left side, becomes negative, and then we have 16 times 15, 240 cos c. Now 400 minus 64 minus 225 will be 111, and it will be equal to minus 240 cos c. Divide both sides by minus 240. This cancels here. So c will be cos inverse 111 over negative 240. Put this in a calculator and I'm sure it will be 117.5, which they are asking us to show. Okay, calculate the area of the triangle ABC, this ABC. So area of a triangle is half AB sine C, where this C angle is between the sides A and B, and exactly that is available to us. We can write half A is 8 for us, B is 15 for us, and then we have sine 117.5. C is the angle, this one we got. Let me use my calculator for this, which comes out to be 53.22. Since we need 3 significant figures, so 53.2 and meter square. That is the area of triangle ABC. Calculate the length AQ. AQ, this one. So let me redraw again AQC, this triangle, which will be here, and it is a right angle triangle, correct? So height is 4, this is 15, and I need to find AQ, right? So in this case we can use Pythagorean theorem, right? According to Pythagorean theorem, AQ square equal to AC square plus QC square. Square of both sides, square and square root cancel here. So AQ equal to square root AC. AC is 15 and QC is 4. So AQ equals to 225 plus 16, 241. Square root of 241. Are they saying calculate the length exactly? No, they are not saying so. So square root of 241 is 15.52. So I can write it as 15.5 meters for 3 significant figures. Okay, what next? Calculate the angle of elevation of Q from P. Q from P, this one. If I draw a parallel line to this 8, this angle they're saying, this is angle of elevation from P to Q, right? And let me redraw this. Again, let me redraw this here. Okay. Rather, I'll have to change the orientation. Otherwise, it will be confusing. Okay. So this base length is 8, as it is parallel and equal to this. So 8 meters. This length will be 1 meter. Why? Because this is 3 and that is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1 meter, and that's why this is 1 meter. And they're asking us what is this angle. So we can use tan theta in this case. Tan theta is opposite over adjacent. So theta will be tan inverse 1 over 8, which is 7.125. so if I want to write 3 segment figures, 7.13 degrees. This is the answer of the part D, 7.13. This was 15.5 meters. Another straight wire connects A to the midpoint of PQ. Calculate the angle between this wire and the horizontal ground. A to PQ midpoint. PQ is here. Okay, so I'll have to change. Let me erase these first. Okay, so midpoint of PQ is here, and this wire is connected to A. They are saying what is the angle between this and the ground. That the ground is a plane, right? A plane should be represented by one line, and the line that will represent it will be this line. Look, this will be a vertical line, and the line connecting A with this point will be the line representing the whole floor. This angle we have to find. Okay, so can we redraw this also? Let me redraw it up here. So this is A. Let me name this midpoint as M. So this is M. Then we have a base foot of this. Let's call it N. And this is the floor. Line on the floor which represents the whole floor, right? And we have to find this angle. Let's call it angle alpha. To find alpha, we'll have to know Mn first. This Mn and An, right? Then we can find alpha. Let's focus on Mn first. If I construct this line again parallel to CB, let me draw it again. We know this is 1, correct? The difference we found in one of the previous parts, that this is 1. So let me redraw this here. This is 1, and this is the midpoint we have just found M, right? So if I draw a parallel line to this here, the rule says that if the midpoint of any side of a triangle is continued with a parallel line to the third side, it will meet the halfway to this line also, the other line. It will also be half of this. That means the height of this M from this particular point, which is 3 meters above the ground, will be half of 1, which is 0.5. That means Mn becomes 3 plus 0.5, which is 3.5 meters. Next thing is that we need to find An. Okay, for An, let me do one more thing. Let me redraw this triangle on the base. I'm redrawing many things to make the things simpler and easily understandable. C is this corner, then N is this one, and this is A. My purpose is to find A. We know the angle C we just found in first part was 117.5 degrees. Okay, this is halfway. Just by this rule, same rule, we will get the whole length is 8, and this line is parallel to this line, so this will be 4. AC is given as 15. So we have 15, a side 4, an angle between them. We can again use the same cosine rule, which is, in this case, it will be C square equal to A square plus N square this time. Why? Because we have one side N. Earlier we had B as one of the corners, vertices. It is N now. Minus 2AN cos C. So C square will be A. A is 4. Plus N. n is 15, minus 2 times 4 times 15 cos 117.5 degrees. So this is 16,225. C square equal to 241 minus this is how much? 8 times 15, 120. And cos 117.5 was already here. This was cos C, isn't it? So we will multiply it by 111 over minus 240. And this minus will make it positive. Just put this in a calculator. You will get C square equal to 296.5. So we got an, which is C in this case. An comes out to be square root of 296.5. Because it is C square, we have to use square root of this. Now we can find alpha easily. Alpha will be tan, rather first let's write tan alpha will be 3.5 opposite over square root 296.5. That gives us alpha equal to tan inverse 3.5 over 296.5 square root. So angle alpha comes out to be 11.4895, which we can round up to 11.5 degrees. It was little tricky, long, but it was worth because it is worth 5 marks. Our answer for this one is 11.5 degrees. That's the angle. Let's move on to question number 9. The total areas of the rectangle A and B is 20. So rectangle A and B is 20. Show that this is one. So area of A plus area of B is 20. What is the area of a rectangle? Length times width. So x times 3x plus 4. This is the area of the area of rectangle A. This one will be 2 times x minus 1, which is equal to 20. Let's open this up. 3x square plus 4x plus 2x minus 2. And let's bring this 20 also to the left side, because everything is on left side on our target, right? So minus 20 it will become. So 3x square, 4 plus 2, 6x, minus 2 minus 20 is minus 22 equal to 0. This is what they wanted. Solve the equation the same. Giving your answer correct to 4 significant figures, you must show all your working. Okay, so let's use the quadratic formula, which is minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So b is 6, so minus 6 plus minus square root 6 square 36 minus 4 times a is 3 and minus 22 is c over 2 times 3. So what do we get? Minus 6 plus minus 36, 12 times 22 will be 264. 264 for 36, 300. Square root, forgot. Square root, okay, over 6. This can be written as 2 parts. Minus 6 plus square root 300 over 6 and minus 6 minus 300 square root divided by 6. When I put this in my calculator, this one, I get, let me, in decimals, it will be 1.886, so 89. And when I put this one, what will that be? it comes out to be minus 3.89 by similar means. Alright, so we got these two answers. We can write here and here. Find the perimeter of rectangle B. So if I use this negative here in this one, it will not work because it will give you a negative length. That means we will not use this one. We will use 1.89 only. So let's use the perimeter. This will also be x minus 1. This will also be 2. So perimeter of rectangle B will be 2 plus x minus 1 plus 2 plus x minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, and 1 plus 1, 2 again, and then x plus x is 2x. So we'll write 2 plus 2 times 1.89. So 2 plus, it will be how much? 3.78? Yeah. So the answer will be 5.78. This is the perimeter of rectangle B. What about the next question? Okay, there is one more. The diagram shows two rectangles where h minus h is 1. The height of this rectangle minus height of this rectangle is 1. Their areas are given. By forming a quadratic equation and factoring, find the value of y. So let's focus on the first rectangle here. The area is given as 15. So let's write area of the first rectangle is 20. No, not 20, 15. Okay, 15 is equal to length y minus 2 and height is h. This is the area of the first one. Let's isolate h in this case. So h is 15 divided by y minus 2, right? Because if I divide this by y minus 2 and this also by y minus 2, they cancel. So h is equal to 15 divided by y minus 2. That's equation number 1. Let's talk about the area of the second rectangle. It will be 20. Yeah, that's what they've given. 20 is equal to y, which is length, multiplied by height, h. But here they said h minus h is equal to 1. So if h minus h is equal to 1, that means if I take this h here, so h will be equal to h, capital H minus 1. Yeah, I will write that h minus 1 here in place of this is small h because it is equal to h minus 1. I want to have same variable here. Now let's replace this h by 15 over y minus 2 and that will become an equation for us. Y 20 equal to y 15 over y minus 2 minus 1. Okay, now we need to get rid of this y minus 2 first. So this 1 must have the same denominator. So y minus 2 I will write here and y minus 2 I will write on top, which is again equal to 1, but it will enable me to merge the two. So 20 equal to y 15 minus y, and please keep in mind this minus is with whole 1. That means this minus is with this negative 2 also. It will become plus 2 over y minus 2. What are they saying? By forming a quadratic equation and factoring. So we need quadratic equation now. So this y minus 2 will go and multiply with 20. Yeah, cross multiply. So 20 y minus 2 equal to 15 plus 2 is 17 and then multiplied by y. Similarly, this negative y also multiplies with y. So let's bring everything to the left side. It becomes y square, this one, minus 17y plus 20y, this 20 times y, and then 20 times minus 2, which is minus 40, equal to 0. So y square plus 3y minus 40 equal to 0. And if you remember, we used a factoring method for solving a quadratic equation in my previous videos. Let me do that, the same thing here. So y square, I have to divide this 3y so that whatever I divided into, their multiplication should be minus 40, and that will be minus plus 8y minus 5y, that is 3y, right? 8 minus 5 is 3, and 8 times minus 5 is minus 40. That's how we do it. So take y common here, y plus 8 minus 5, y plus 8 equal to 0. Y plus 8 is common in both, so y minus 5 left. Okay, so this gives us y equal to negative 8, and this gives us y equal to 5. These are the two solutions, but if you notice here, the length here is y centimeter. Length cannot be negative. That means our answer is y equal to 5. This is the answer, and let's see what are they asking. By forming a quadratic equation and factoring, find the value of y, and that value we have found, which is y equal to 5. All right. Question number 10. This one, which is partially visible here, is question number 10 and A part. The diagram shows a sketch of a graph, okay, from minus 1.5 till 6. Okay. The coordinates of the 5 points are given. Yeah. Fx equal to k has two solutions in the interval minus 1.5 and 6. Write down two possible values of integer k. So to find that k, they said exactly two solutions, has two solutions. That means even 3 is not allowed. So we can do a horizontal line here. It is crossing this graph at two places. So fx equal to k has two solutions. If I write this as k, this line here reaches here and this is k, this line becomes y equal to k, and fx is equal to k at this point and this point, exactly two answers here. And let me estimate what could be the x value. We know this is 5, yeah, we know this is 6, so this y level is 5.5, this y level is 3. So the k could be between 3 and 5.5, any number they want. I want to write 4. Y is equal to 4. Okay, because it is between this 3 and this 5.5 y level, and it is having two solutions. All right. Number 2, fx equal to j has no solutions in the interval this. No solution means if you put equal to that equal to j, y equal to j, it will not cross the graph anywhere. So let me put it here. This is j, right? Y equal to j, because here it is not crossing the graph at all. And they find the maximum value of a and minimum value of b, and j is less than a and j is greater than b. So find the maximum value of a and minimum value of b. So maximum value of a could be 3, because under 3 you have no solution. Yes or no? So less than a is 3. Greater than b means it can be more than 10. If the line is here, again it does not have any solution. So if j is greater than b, that b could be 10. These are the two possibilities for the values of j. Next, find the coordinates of two stationary points on the graph y equal to x power 6 and minus 6x to the power 5. So to find stationary point, so let's write at stationary point dy over dx is equal to 0. So we will find the differentiation of this one now. So dy over dx in this case will be 6 comes in front, 6, and the exponent goes down by 1, minus this 5 goes in front, multiplies with 6 becomes 30 and goes down by 1. This has to be equal to 0. And in these two we can take 6x to the power 4 common. So here we are left, 6 is out, x power 4 is out, so only one x is left, minus here out of 30 6 is out, so 6 times 5 is 30, so 5 is left, x power 4 is out. So this gives us x to the power 4 equal to 0. Let's write 6x to the power 4 equal to 0. This is x minus 5 equal to 0. X is 5, that is our one answer. And divide both sides by 6 first. That becomes x to the power 4 equal to 0. Then 5/4 root of both sides. X is equal to 0. So they're saying find the coordinates of the two stationary points of this, show your working. So we got only x coordinates. So let's find y coordinates. So if x is equal to 0, so we'll plug it here, y equal to 0 to the power 6 minus 6 times 0 to the power 5, which is 0. So the first coordinate is 0, 0. Second, let's put 5. So y equal to 5 to the power 6 minus 6, 5 to the power 5. Okay, 5 to the power 6 will be 15, 6, 25, and 6 5 to the power 5 is 18, 7, 50. It comes out to be minus 3, 1, 2, 5. Okay, so the second coordinate is 5 comma minus 3125. Okay, this concludes this exam paper. If you like it, please show it by clicking on the thumbs up icon, and subscribe to my channel to motivate me to make many more videos like this. Thank you so much.